Hi, I'm Kelsey. I've been knitting for 10 years. I'm a member of several knitting organizations, and I'm going to talk today a little bit about different types of yarn you could use for your project. Many times when you have a pattern, it'll specify a specific brand and type of yarn to use, which by all means is good to follow, but you also can substitute yarns. There's a whole huge variety of different kinds of yarns that you can use. I'm going to present a very small sampling of them, but you should definitely go to your local yarn store and touch things and ask questions and see what's available to you. So the most common or the most well-known type of yarn is definitely going to be wool. Wool comes from a sheep. It's pretty simple. It's very warm. It can be scratchy, but it also can be very, very soft, and it traps heat and moisture pretty well. This is a little tweed sort of type here, and if you look really closely, you can see that it's made of two different strands of slightly different colors twisted together, and here, I'll try to separate those for you. See, like this. Each of those strands is called a ply. And you can buy wool that's one ply, just one strand. I have an example of that here. This is a 1-ply yarn. 2-ply like this, or even 3-ply, and that that changes the thickness and the strength of it. And the plies can be different colors, the same colors. And that's wool. There's washable wool, but most wool you have to wash by hand and be a little bit careful about the care of it because it can felt and it can shrink. This is a blend of wool and synthetic material, so you can throw it in the washing machine, throw it in the dryer, which is kind of nice, but the feel is not as nice as with real wool, and the colors can often be not as nice. That's a synthetic blend. There's also pure synthetics, such as, a lot of the Red Heart, the type that you find at the 5 and Dime, are sort of made of plastic, and those can also be very soft, but sometimes they're a little bit harsh to the touch and uncomfortable. And they come in a huge range of colors, very, very bright, even fluorescent, glow in the dark, which is kind of fun. This is another kind of blend with wool and also kid mohair, which makes it extremely soft and gives it a little furry feeling there, which is kind of a nice thing. There's all sorts of there's Cashmere Yarn. Angora is particularly nice. Look how you can see how fuzzy that is. Can't touch it on the internet, of course, but it's incredibly soft, which is nice. There's also cotton, like this. Cotton is really lightweight, really nice if you're making a sort of a summer garment. It's also, there's washing issues with it too. It also can be a little bit harsh on the skin and usually less soft. There's also very soft cottons, though. That's definitely not true of all cottons. Another nice thing for lightweight sort of summery garments is silk. Very expensive, much more so than wool or cotton, but really kind of gorgeous. This is variegated, which means that it comes in different colors. Many yarns like that. This is variegated silk, which is really pretty. This is variegated wool, hand dyed, which is really nice. The ones I've shown you so far have all been of sort of a uniform thickness. You also can get yarn that comes different thickness. This is actually hand spun by me. I spun it, but even a lot of the yarns that you buy in the store will vary in thickness, and that gives a sort of artsy, fun, uneven sort of texture to the yarn, which can be nice. Then there's there's a whole bunch of different kinds of synthetics. I can't even get into all of them, but there's rayon. Actually, there's rayon. Rayon might be natural actually, but there's rayon. There's polyester, there's all sorts of things like this. This is actually a ribbon yarn. It says rayon. And if you look, it's actually a very finely woven thin ribbon, which it's very loose and drapey and gives it an almost entirely different fabric than knitting with wool or with cotton, which is interesting. You have novelty yarns too that come in different textures. This is chenille, which has a thread core with fiber sort of woven into that, which makes it very, very fuzzy, which is nice. It's incredibly soft. This is a cotton chenille, but it comes in other kinds of fabrics too, rayon and viscose. Then you have boucle, which is yarn that has little bumps in it, like this. We have this common thin core, and then you have the bumps coming off, which gives a very fun fabric, and it can come in different colors. This is another variation of that. You've got sort of furry loops coming off, which gives almost a sort of fun fur look when it's knitted up. Let's see, what else do we have here? Those are sort of some of the different materials that you might use in a project. Again, I would look at your pattern, look at the kind of garment you're trying to create, and go to a local yarn store and touch things and feel things and see what would be the best for what you're working for.